It is the final best ball happy hour of the year because we need to fill the Underdog Best Ball Mania 3. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, John Daigle, joined as always by Pro Football Focus's own Ian Hartitz. Ian, how's it going?
Doing great. That intro was electric. It went like 10 seconds longer.
Yeah, it was longer.
Did I click a longer one? I don't know what happened.
That was gangster. I like that at the end.
We're getting some new instruments involved. Oh, man. Let's go.
They saved it for the very last episode, apparently. He, of course, also is Underdog's own Hayden Winks. Hayden, how's everything going on the back end there?
You said we need to fill Best Ball Mania 3. I need to fill Best Ball Mania 3 here. We got 25% to go in 15 days, so it's everyone get to drafting. Let's do it.
I am going to help Hayden not get fired, and we are going to play a Best Ball Mania 3 draft right now and continue playing them as well throughout the weekend and the next 2 weekends, since the regular season is, for better or worse, almost here. So right around the corner.
I wanted to play, what was the little one called?
The Pomeranian.
That was done 2-3 days, wherever the hell it was.
There'll be another one.
Right,
There'll be another one. Yeah.
There's also a Mastiff, a couple streams going on too. That one's going pretty well.
$3, $5, $25, $250, $2,500. If you have money and you want to play on fantasy, you can do
Is the Mastiff one slow only, or is it fast?
I think
it's slow
only.
Okay. Yeah. All right, let's Ian. How do you want to time this? Do you want to go in the private chat or?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna wait like 5 minutes. I'm kidding.
All right.
I say Raw Dog can enter in 3, 2, 1. Go.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, you should. You should. Yeah. You should be good. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
We got 2 spots.
Yeah.
We should be good.
Good job.
It's wild how many times that happened to us this season. That come on. There's 12. That should be like such a low probability. 1 out of 12, right? Come on.
I mean, they're jamming it. I think it's going to get filled. We're going to come close, but I think it's going to be filled.
We were doing this like in March or April, and we actually had to wait for these things to get filled. Not nowadays, it's just
go time.
Now I'll even jump on like on a Saturday morning or whatever, and they're just always there.
Labor Day weekend's gonna be nuts.
It's my favorite poolside activity. And sitting at a bar, and sitting on my couch, and hanging out by the computer, and at the gym.
all the activities. Okay, you have the 1-7. I have the 1-10. We'll be interested to see how second week of preseason has changed some things.
We still need to draft for Daigle, just FYI.
Oh.
Derrick Henry 101 now after the
That's such a good video.
After the 0 RB slander. I love it.
That was great.
See how easy it is like for NFL players like just to casually mention fantasy football and everyone loves them for it.
Yep.
Or like if you're gonna hate it, I think you should go all in. Like if Josh Jacobs just would have gone full heel against fantasy, that would have been so much better. But oh well.
We're getting pretty close for Christian McCaffrey being the new number 1 player. The ADPs get closer and closer and closer. I think there's a chance by kickoff that on Underdog CMC goes first.
What are they separated by now?
It's like 1.4 and 1.8. It used to be like 1.2 and 2.4. We're getting closer and closer and closer. We'll see.
I have a hot take. I think both guys are going to have pretty great years. You know,
got it
happen. What if both Jonathan Taylor and Christian McCaffrey are amazing this year? Like, how crazy would that be, everyone?
I hope they both have terrible years. That'd be more fun.
I'll keep drafting Naeem Hines just in case.
Oh, for sure. One of the takes I've been hearing is Austin Eckler. Could he jump into the top 5 discussion with the backups looking so bad? I don't know.
But I mean, it's the same thing as last year, right? It's just the same situation. He couldn't jump up there.
Right. I mean, he was a top 5 player last year, though. So
right, but like number 1 overall. Are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about
just
Eckler jumping into the top
ADP,
5.
Like, could he go ahead of Jamar Chase? I have him.
Oh,
ranked,
yeah, sure.
I have him ranked
why the hell not?
5th.
Yeah, why the hell not? I think that's totally fair.
Where you drafting? What pick are you at, Daigle?
I'm at 110, so you're just a few spots ahead of me here.
Yeah, if you guys are watching, this is like the time to get. If you want to do the unique thing at the back of the draft, we have so much of the information. If you want to do the double round 2 reach, this is the time to go full Galaxy Brain. Like, this is the time we know where people have been drafted the whole time. If you want to do Galaxy Brain stuff, this is the time to do it.
I just can't believe that freaking Davis had the jinx, the no injuries going on right now.
What was that tweet?
What the hell, man? Came out of nowhere. I knocked on wood when I even said that. Stephon Diggs.
We're seeing it. I mean, we've already been there, but we're definitely in board season. People are just bored now. we're just throwing shit against the wall, whether it be news or ADP, hoping it sticks. It doesn't matter anymore.
Dude, yeah, I did draft at just some random site earlier today with Dwayne, and we were talking about like Judy and a couple of other of these wide receivers that have just kind of been sliding a little bit throughout the offseason for no real good reason. I mean, the fact that
Adam Daigle,
Judy
do it.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
The fact that Judy didn't get like a larger bump up after the Tim Patrick news is madness to me. I think people were just so overlooking it that didn't even matter. But I'm happy about it because now I feel like I can catch up on the exposure I was missing out on before. So
they can't even get KJ Hamler to be a full-time player, and that's the third guy de facto. So of course Judy's just going to stay on the field.
I think there's a chance Cortland Sutton goes absolutely nuts.
Nuclear.
I can see top 15 overall.
Both.
But the issue is his ADP is that.
Both.
Yeah, but I can see him going ridiculous numbers this year.
Okay.
Yes. So. Both. How are you guys treating Kamara?
The same. I mean, this is kind of the range where I've been drafting him. So.
Yeah, I've gotten some questions about people wondering about taking him 108 and stuff like that, and you can argue it versus those players, but I think the big story is just with the way ADP is you have a much better chance of him falling. He's another one of those guys that you'll kind of see the ADP jump around quite a bit draft to draft.
Daigle, do you care that Kamara was going in round 4 for a whole month?
I mean, that's whenever we're citing what the Best Ball Mania winner did next year, the only excuse is going to be they just drafted in April whenever they could get Barkley, Dalvin Cook, and Alvin Kamara, and then also tack on Josh Allen. That's going to be the only winner.
It's already decided.
It's insane.
Going back to Daigle, our pick there at the turn, that's the best unique start is getting 2 players that have ADPs of inside the top 10. It's very infrequent that Devontae Adams falls to 15. And Steph Diggs falls to 10. So those 2 aren't going to be paired together as often as you'd think.
We'll take it ADP and go from there. Kyle Pitts 3-2.
Would this be a good spot for Kelsey for you, Hayden, or just still a little?
Probably a little early. Oh god, I knew that tweet was going to backfire on me, and I still stand by it, despite the haters and losers.
No, I think once you start looking at again how it's been a bit of a decrease regular season wise, I get it. I have him ranked 13th overall, but I would take the top 6 wide receivers and running backs before him. I'm tempted to even slide Kamara up there, but
Waller was already the tight end 5 Svi, and so I'm not nervous. You could still get him in the 5th, 6th round. I still draft him there personally, but if someone was down on him from the injury, that's fine. I'm not too worried about it.
I've had Kittle ahead of him all offseason, and Kittle was usually going behind him, so I just honestly didn't get too much Waller. And I'm okay with that.
I always, in other formats that don't exist, I usually double tap Kittle and Waller in the 3rd, 4th turn because they're always there. And Kyle Pitts continues to rise his ADP after beating a 2nd-round safety or 2nd-string safety.
That kid had no chance, man.
Dude, no chance.
How often do you see corners off ball 10 yards against a tight end and then get burnt deep? That's happened probably 5 times ever. It's crazy.
Whatever. Pitts is going to be a beast.
You want to go to Josh Allen? Lean into it,
buddy. Yeah, I was about to say,
let's do it.
We're gonna trust. I mean, so we're obviously trying something here, but
you already got Diggs. That's the time you're going to take Allen.
Oh yeah.
So.
How many teams
do
also
dare do Gabe Davis here?
Okay, don't say names out loud on the street.
Ooh.
Oh, you're going full Silva on me?
Honestly, I was hoping Mixon fell here. I already knew what I was setting up, and then Mixon got taken here.
I'm surprised Zeke's not going higher. It's funny. Jerry Jones said the team needs to run through Zeke, and it's basically hurting Zeke.
I'm going Etienne here.
No, you don't want Etienne here.
36?
I go Zeke over there. I go Zeke personally, but
I get a wide receiver.
Yeah, I can go.
I
would go Zeke.
Maybe Herbert.
No.
Why Zeke over Etienne?
Touches, goal line, touchdowns, the whole thing.
Take Judy. You know you want Judy, Daigle. Be a man. Damn it.
Plus, the other thing is, I think most of the people that have been drafting Zeke probably aren't as good of drafters. So I think there's like a little angle here where you might, if we are right about Zeke, we could be one of the teams that are actually doing it a sharp way.
Come on.
Yeah. Gabe Davis, one pick away hurts.
Fuck me.
That's fine. I don't mind.
God, snipe.
I don't think.
So you guys both like ETN. You guys, what am I missing here? What am I missing?
Oh no, 4th round. I don't like ETN. If like in other formats, he's already in a 2nd, 3rd round turn player. I never draft him there. That's insane. But 4th round, it's like, yeah, whatever.
He seems like a round 4 or 5 turn player to me.
I do think James Robinson's getting 12 to 15 carries in week 1.
Yeah, that's my fear. That's my fear.
Lost chatter. I mean, I don't know. How fast is he progressing? Like, we'll see. I just
think he's good to go already. They're just not using him in the preseason.
I'm thinking.
I don't expect them to be explosive carries, by the way. I expect him to hit the center's ass every single time. But I think he gets the carries.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking AFC DeAndre Swift. That's my hope for you.
That's the bull case. I can see that. I think that's like the range of outcomes we're talking about.
That's why 4th round right here. I was like, yeah, I'm totally fine with that.
That's the thing. It's like him and Connor and sometimes Zeke are like the guys that I'm looking to take here. Akers has really moved down, but Akers is one of those guys. He's still, I understand the Henderson talking, it very well could be a committee, or it's the Cam Akers show and the dude's a freaking top 12 RB by week 2. I mean, that is a possibility. Akers is like the only guy kind of in this dead zone that we have emerging that I'm taking all that often. I really like AJ Dillon still, but I got a lot of exposure to him earlier in the offseason when he was still going quite a bit later. So wide receivers and maybe a quarterback. You guys already got yours. So
yeah, this is my range for quarterbacks. Around 4, 5, 6. Like give me one of the top 6 quarterbacks and let's just forget about it.
Sorry, go ahead, Daigle.
No, I genuinely don't think. I think this is my first share of Josh Allen all offseason because I know we get Kyler Murray and Jalen Hurts in rounds 5 through 7. So like I never take Josh Allen ever.
I don't remember being, and I guess best ball maybe does, but even some of the redraft stuff I've done, like I don't remember feeling this good getting quarterbacks like Kyler and Jalen before. I mean, it really is great because not only is that the round difference between like them and Josh, and when Herbert kind of goes a little bit higher, like getting that 2 or 3 round discount, but just like usually the top 30 wide receivers are off the board by the time you're in the 6th round. Like you're looking at these gross running backs anyway. Like even the tight ends there, like I don't like really as much as like Goddard, Knox, and Ertz a bit later. So it's just the perfect sweet spot where the quarterback value is great and every other position is pretty depressed right there.
We've been recording videos for like how to beat drafts on Yahoo and ESPN, and the wide receivers go so late, like the good wide receivers, that I've been just drafting the elite quarterbacks and just like basically betting on myself that I'll be able to pick the right wide receivers like in rounds like 5 through 10. That's
also why you draft running backs in home leagues in the first 2 rounds, because like the wide receivers in these other formats are wild. It's wild. NFL.com and
NFL is the worst.
NFL is the worst. Yahoo is pretty bad. Sleepers. I mean, Sleeper just is like top heavy and players like what could Gabriel Davis might as well just be forgotten. Like he doesn't exist.
And all
woods.
And for some reason, Mike Williams is super low on a lot of these ones too. I don't get it.
Yes, Mike Williams is super low and a sleeper as well.
Yep. That's why I play best ball, to know all this stuff.
Correct.
Trey Lance too, man. Trey Lance is ADP across multiple sites.
Always.
Still like QB 13.
Yeah.
And I tweeted it like incredulous last night, and some people like actually hit me back with like, whoa, I like the 12 safer guys. Nothing safer than a quarterback getting potentially 150 rush attempts. There's nothing safer.
I still like wide receiver here because we could. This is the beginning of a 6 wide receiver build. Like I totally am fine with this right here. So
my personal opinion is I just think J.K. Dobbins is dust right now. Like to me, it seems really bad. Like I don't even know when I would draft him. I know we play the ADP game a lot, but to me, he's just one of those players where it just everything the doctors say seems bad, and everything I see from the beat reporters and the videos I see just seems like so bad.
I just think in that offense too. I mean, Gus is going to be back at some point, and Dobbins' role isn't.
Yeah, they don't catch passes.
He's like he gets a slightly worse workload than like Nick Chubb or someone like that because Lamar is also there taking a bunch of stuff away. So, hey, we've talked about it. Yards per carry. Here they go.
I like Dylan here. Let's swing for the fences. If Aaron misses some time here, then all of a sudden we have like what you need.
Ian, thoughts here on the Cowboys situation without Tyron Smith?
It sucks, but Zeke's still going round 3, round 4. Maybe I should factor O-line more into my process, but we saw with Najee last year, just like it doesn't matter when you get the amount of touches that Zeke's going to get. It's not good for the overall Cowboys offense. I'll tell you who it sucks for is Dak, because we have documented experience of his play falling off without Tyron Smith. And honestly, like I do wonder too. I think CD will have too much volume to really bust. Okay.
I think the Cowboys are still the favorite in that division. Like, I mean, the Eagles seem so much better, don't they?
I still like the Eagles, man.
I like the Eagles.
I like the Eagles.
I bet the Cowboys under 10 wins long ago
Yeah.
because defensive regression, obviously, and leading league in turnovers. And like the only thing good for them is their soft schedule. Other than that, like they have this is the worst offensive line before the Tyron injury they've had in the last decade. And look at their offensive core from last year: CD, Amari Cooper, Cedric Wilson, compared to this year, Jalen Tolbert, Noah Brown. Like, dude, this team sucks. Like they're so bad already. They were only going to get by because Dak is amazing. Like I'm very worried about them.
Yeah, same.
I wonder if Parsons is just enough of a freaking animal that doesn't matter. Yeah,
Yeah.
Top
He's
five
gonna be the new wide receiver too.
He I don't know, like I've seen a lot of interviews and heard him talk a lot because I still listen to Dallas radio, and his thing, because he's a psycho, is every interview he's in, even if you look this up on YouTube, like when he's doing Pizza Hut advertisements, he stares in the eyes of everyone he talks to, like eye-to-eye contact, no matter what, trying to get them to back down the entire time. Yes.
Wow.
He treats every face-to-face conversation as basically competition. He's
full
a
alpha.
fucking psycho. Yeah.
Full alpha.
Oh my gosh.
Love to see it.
Cannot wait to watch freaking live regular season football in like 10 days.
I'm ready for
More
the
than that.
routine. Like, we're already pretty much in the routine. Like, just get it on already. Like, let's just
Well, because nothing's
start
happening
again.
We've been doing this for so long in the offseason. Nothing is changing. I mean, okay, we have some of the preseason stuff, but there's still a lot of just nonsense going on. It's like, let's get our drafts done. Let's get on the actual football.
All right, what's your team looking like right now?
I took Lance just a little bit ahead of Hurts only because I had Kittle already, but Lance and Kittle stack. Kamara's the hero RB, and then I got Chase, Keenan, and Terry McLaurin holding down wide receiver. So yeah, we got a bullet. What to do here? Ooh,
We're in this awful RB range.
David Montgomery's always just fucking cratering.
I would take David Montgomery or Jacobs. I know that's so bad, but we're talking about the 80s now.
Jacobs. I don't want Jacobs. What about Hopkins? It's my wide receiver 4. Like, come on, we're playing for week 17, right? He'll be around then.
Do it.
It was just irresponsible leaving running back to the gods. I don't know. I don't want Josh Jacobs. I just don't. Honestly, Amir Abdullah is turning into a decent like final round pick because there's so few out there. I feel like he could be a middle class man's James White.
Daigle, is there a point you would draft Mr. Jacobs? And does
I
it
mean,
start
dude,
with an 8 or a 9?
Between him and Antonio Gibson, like I keep asking myself this, and it's like I get like to Damian Harris, right? Who goes behind all these guys, and I'm like, I would draft Damian Harris definitely over them. And Damian Harris is now a 9th or 10th round player, so why would I draft Gibson and Josh Jacobs in the 9th or 10th round before then? So
Kareem Hunt and Cordero Patterson are there for us in 8 and 9. Chase Edmonds used to be, now he's coming up there a little bit, but that's what makes it so great to be able to just load up on wide receivers. I feel like I can still get one of those guys.
Daigle, we already have Pollard or Zeke, if that matters
I know.
to you.
No, I mean, it's just I was just looking at unique.
Yeah.
I'm down to go CEH. I'm down for Renfro. That's kind of where I'm at here.
I think both are good. If we want to set up the stack, we can and lean into the Devontae Adams thing. I'm 100% down like betting against Waller or CH. Those would be my 2. Either one. Boom. I like it.
Let's go CEH, and this still allows us for a 4 or like a 5 RB build for sure.
Yeah, we can pull it off.
Even though we'll see with Renfro. Probably the better bet for coming back to us was probably CEH because everyone hates him. Oh, there we go. We have both.
Well, we did it anyway. Let's go.
Well, no, what I love about Renfro is that like he's the hedge against Darren Waller's injury since we saw he only succeeded last year whenever Waller was injured. So that's the bet we make here. And on DFS in week 1. Yeah.
I moved him up by like 12 spots.
And I was already making the hedge. I only draft him whenever I don't get Waller or don't get that tight end range as a bet against Waller. But now, like, it's actually coming to fruition potentially.
Nice. I like this team. It's a funky build. Not many people are gonna do it the zero or like I guess anchor RB with Zeke, but we'll see.
We're still in 6-7 wide receiver territory. Like we can go a lot of different directions here.
Tony Pollard, RB2. Hey, we're playing for first, baby.
Yeah, I bet he doesn't reach 90th overall too often right now.
Yeah, he was a little bit past ADP. We'll take it.
Yeah, that's solid.
Ramondre Stevenson, everyone's favorite, even though it's going to be a timeshare.
That is the thing, though, about this offense. I know it's running back plays in the slot season, but my God, I'm well aware Zeke is going to play ahead of Tony Pollard. Like, is Noah Brown and Jake Ferguson, are these guys going to consistently keep him on the bench?
I think this is the first time we're getting legit jet sweeps, wide receiver stuff from Tony Pollard. It'll be the first time in NFL history, but we'll get 2 running backs on the field at the same time
until we get Kavonte Turpin jet sweeps.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, man, that's a dude. Right? How about that? Daigle dismisses the possibility of a USFL player making a roster, and now the punt returner and kick returner are his favorite team.
I still question. Like when he runs into an actual NFL player, not 4 stringers, what happens?
He's going to disintegrate.
So
yeah. He's literally just going to Thanos dust into the air.
Yeah.
By the way, boys, I mentioned at the end, this is the last episode since next week is Labor Day weekend. And then after that, of course, it's just week 1 content from there. But we definitely did well this year. We made it through the entire summer together. Sometimes with co-hosts, sometimes with a co-guest, but we made it.
Our attendance was good, I thought.
I think so.
Yeah.
We're getting engaged in weddings and the whole thing. Not bad. Come on.
I think we actually have a stream every week, or was the one in Canton because like the Wi-Fi was so shitty, Daigle? Was that the only week you truly missed?
That didn't work out from the ballroom, and there was I think there was maybe one more week.
That's pretty good though. We'll take that, man. I think our last 2 or 3 we didn't even make it all the way through. So hell yeah, boys.
Better than my college attendance, that's for sure.
Cheers to everyone, obviously listening along and allowing 4 for 4 to let us go fucking be clowns over here. So great day to be great as always.
They Ian, at the late night draft we did, like at 10 p.m. Eastern, in a whim within 15 minutes time, like Luis messaged me like that next morning. He's like, y'all should do that more often. He's like just get online and drink like late at night. I was like, we used to do that in the pandemic, but now we want to keep our Friday nights free.
If they want to cover those contest fees, I'm down.
No. Luis supports everything. He wants all the drafting.
CPAT, baby. What do people have against Cordero Patterson? I just don't get it.
I don't know. Don't ask me. I made the tweets. I don't even have a strong case for him. I just don't understand his ADP. Like every negative, I'll say I agree, but he should go 90th overall, not 120th.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I thought Dawson Knox was going to fall.
Yeah, I was sad about that.
That's okay. All right, so
Lockett.
Like this. Yeah, I love.
I like Pickens. Here. I could do like the Melvin Gordon thing for sure. I can do the Ken Walker. The other guys have 3 running backs.
I like Lockett.
So yeah, let's go Lockett. I think there's a tiered. This is a really bad wide receiver range after Lockett, I think.
Yeah. A lot of guys that were much better priced not that long ago. I will say Russell Gage going all the way down to wide receiver 56.
I'm drafting a lot of him.
At this point, it's like he's still a guy they just paid $30 million to go be a starting receiver there. I loved Curtis's take on Julio just being the featured kind of red zone option now. And if they just want to like just have him run the routes tight end runs, I know Daigle used that as slander, but Julio can do that. Come on.
Yeah, that was my point. He's a tight end. Like, we're not using him for anything else.
Not your point.
Daigle, Melvin Gordon. Let's do it. Let's just swing for the fences with all these kind of AJ Dillon, Melvin Gordon. What's the difference?
This is the best freaking running back range, I feel like, or this and like a little bit lower when you still get the Hendersons, Michael Carters. I put Khalil Herbert's getting close to that range too, and obviously Jamal Williams still gets no respect. I don't get it. Hard Knocks bump barely even came. Like
this is definitely the range that opens up. Like the tunnel tightens, it gets claustrophobic, and then it opens up. And you're like, okay, now I can have a little more fun with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask about, no, Cordero Patterson, no. Hayden, Treylon Burks. Where did you move him down to? Because I saw you had a couple rants on him.
150. Come on, what are we doing here? What's the? yeah, I'm out. If I miss it on him as a prospect, I miss him on as a prospect. We'll see.
Well, again, he was a volatile prospect too. So
That's what my case was. Is I was acknowledging as a prospect he was a boom bust prospect, and then when every single bit of information comes out that says he might be a bust, he might be a bust, might be a bust, then maybe your pre-draft profile was correct.
Everyone notes Robert Woods' ACL injury, but Robert Woods has obviously been there since mini camp. Robert Woods has played. I can't even count how many more practice reps than Treylon Burks this year. Like Robert Woods is ready to go out there and run block his fucking ass off right now.
And that's the thing. It's Coach Vrabel. If this was on another like a younger coach that likes to go visit his family and stuff, then sure. But Vrabel wants these guys to practice, man. It's part of his bit.
Vrabel absolutely loves his practicing. Loves it.
He thought Julio Jones was like he almost took away Julio Jones Hall of Fame card for missing practices last year.
Who?
Vrabel. Yeah, just Vrabel. How much he probably hates Treylon Burks right now.
Oh yeah, dude. I've been saying it. AJB went for 100 on like 4 targets in his first game and played behind Humphreys and Tajay Sharp the next week.
Westbrook Akeen was pretty feisty at the end of last year too. I've always kind of liked him.
He had some weeks. He's fun.
He's a good deep threat.
Apparently, this UCLA slot receiver is just balling out too. I mean, not for fantasy purposes, but like he seems like his role is like locked in. Kind of interesting.
Well, they don't really have anyone else who can play from the slot either. I guess it would be Treylon Burks.
It would be Treylon. Yeah, that's the issue. Is they're trying to make him.
So again, they don't have anyone.
Gosh, it's frustrating, man. They could be really bad. The Titans, their defense is kind of nasty, but this could be an offense where it just goes like, wow.
Yeah, that's a possible problem.
Especially just how like lucky they got in the win-loss column last year. Oh yeah, they could be. I think in my team preview, I said they'll be rebuilding in 2023.
Yeah.
Vrabel's been the constant. Like they haven't won less than 9 games since Vrabel took over as head coach, and like with garbage around him too. Like he actually is an amazing head coach and somehow gets results, even though he is like a football guy.
The offensive line's like been so injured the last couple of years too. It's like hard to like rely on them. At one point they had like a nasty offensive line. I'm not sure if we're getting back to those levels either.
Fuck, Kenneth Walker's still here.
Am I the only fantasy analyst that thinks Kenneth Walker's good? I think I might be the only one. Everyone else seems to think he's.
Is it about
nasty.
Is it about the profile though? Or is it about the injury?
Well, if you sorted by first and second round rookie running backs over the last 5 years, Ken Walker's ADP would be by far the lowest. We drafted, all like the DeAndre Swift types, the Javonte types. I know he's on the Seahawks and he's got a.
Dude, I'm not a fan. I'm fading him as like a top 90, top even 100 pick, but I'll take him at pick 127. Like, my goodness. It's not even him. It's just the offense. They're not going to throw him the ball. If Penny is healthy, I think it could be just a committee, and they're not going to score a lot of touchdowns. So is the offensive line going to be good? I know they got some rookies out there. It could be promising, but
hey, he's so much better than this ADP, man. Like, you don't get rookie running backs or second round rookie running backs this late, like ever.
Bro, Pacheco just went after him. Like, come on.
I know.
This is yeah.
He almost won the Heisman, guys. Almost won the Heisman.
I told you he was on my fade list at that ADP, but come on, I'll take him here. That's why there's no such thing as a do not draft list, you know.
I like Isaiah McKenzie a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, good. So I think honestly, 7 receivers. Like if we would choose this, I'm fine with this. I like that a lot.
That plays for sure.
That's strong. I'll go 3 tight ends, but I still like 4. I still think 4 is unique, but I'm listening if you want to go 3.
It just depends which ones we get.
Well, then cross your fingers and Njoku comes back.
He's so obviously the tight end too this year. Like,
well, it was Alberto until like we just packed our bags and moved out with Alberto.
Because sick. Every tight end too is absolutely buried except David Njoku.
Just sicky. Like, how can you even just click his name at all?
What's the fact that we get nice discount Irv again is great though.
Yeah, I like the Irv stuff.
Come down a lot.
He was back. He was like up to tight end 11 basically once the training camp started, because we all freaking finally looked at the depth chart and the offense and kind of saw how the every down roll is coming. But he's supposed to be fine for week 1. It's just I'm not overly worried about it. It's not ideal, but okay, I'll take a discount.
I like Gerald Everett too. Kind of the same bet as Irv Smith. but I think we know that Irv Smith has a chance to be pretty good. I think we know at this point, Gerald Everett's whatever.
Those are my two. Those are my two favorite sleeper picks with an ADP outside of the top 120. Which you can find on PFF.com.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Michael Carter, 141. I mean, I don't get this. I just don't.
If I didn't want Isaiah McKenzie, I would have leaped the pack for Michael Carter.
I don't get it.
I was between him and Madison, but I've seen enough out of Madison's usage. Cook and Zeke get hurt. My team is balling, boys. I just gotta get some more wide receivers now.
That's what we're betting on right now.
I actually really like this range. Like, to me, I see a lot of good names like in this round. Like, I think KJ Osborne's a good pick. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Alexander Madison's baller. Yeah,
Osborne's like dude, and Tyler Boyd's going like he went wide receiver 60 in a draft I did today.
So nuts.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, he's like the definition of minor loss in like massive win. Tyler Boyd.
We need a name for these the number 3 wide receiver that would actually like ascend if one of the top
insurance
2.
types. That's a lame name.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Rebar, who's always first thing, has a name for them that he used like for Mike Williams essentially last year.
Every time I think I'm coming up with something new, it's like, oh yeah, Reeves actually thought about that 3 years ago.
Reeves have a nickname for it. Like I used myself for Julio Jones, for instance. I used myself. Oh no, the second, third round when everyone keeps jamming, Mike Evans, Deebo Samuel, Tyreek Hill, guys like we're trying to fade, and just guys are placing them there for no reason. I found myself. I said, it's the box of falling knives. Like you're just trying to avoid it. And then, of course, got that lingo. I thought about it. And I was like, oh, yeah, Reeves said that. That's why I heard him say that.
How in the absolute hell is Alberto at tight end 12? Like, who let that happen? How is that still a thing? I'm just.
Well, to be fair, I was high on Alberto. Playing 6 quarters in 2 preseason games will make you rethink life.
That's what I'm saying, but this has been like a couple week-long thing.
Yeah,
we're usually fast with the ADP changing.
Yeah. Underdog especially, yeah.
I think what happens is it's easier to go up than to go down. I think it's a gradual decline down because people auto-pick and he's at the top, but people really reach on the players going up. So I think it just takes a while. Oh, fuck. Speaking of falling knives, Kenny Golladay, I mean, might as well. You can't draft him. I don't think, dude, some of the videos from training camp, he doesn't care.
Lucky. He is lucky Colin Johnson tore his ACL because Galladay's ass was about to hit the bench for the whole season.
This is so weird. Kenny Golladay used to be sick. Like,
you're right.
Damn it. I know he's like a contested catch guy. Okay, he probably got overpaid, but what is this? He's just complete dust. I guess it's the injuries, man. I don't know.
I would leap the pack here on David Njoku.
Let's do it.
I don't even want to wait. I don't want to take a chance. Let's just get him and then just figure it out.
I was thinking about taking Njoku with my pick, but unfortunately, he and George Kittle share a week 9 bye. So next time.
Where are we at with Tunyon? Tunyon. I think I'm back.
I'm listening.
I think I'm practicing, right?
I've still been drafting him. Like I still take him. We missed 4 games. I would think at most, but maybe we don't miss those 4 games. So
Irv, Everett, Tunyon, maybe Higbee, maybe Hurst. Those are like the 5, maybe Dawson Knox guys this year.
Yeah, we need to ask ourselves, why is the tight end 16 to 20 better than the tight end 11 to 15?
Why is this happening?
Why did we do this? I even like Evan Ingram.
Yeah, bro, when Ingram was going like tight end 24 for something, maybe he still is.
I like Zamir on this team, Daigle with Devontae, right?
Cool. Yeah, because we can actually, I'm totally fine with it. Because I don't want to. We know what Tyler Higbee is also. He's touchdown or bust. So I don't want to like reach here for Tyler Higbee.
If you want to do your signature 4 tight end build, Daigle, I'm listening. This would be the time to do it.
Love 4 tight ends. Give me all the shitty players. Let's do this.
At least
need one.
Yeah, right.
25% every week is all we need.
Right now in 17-18, you can't find wide receivers that are even in 3 wide receiver sets in those rounds anymore. So I'm drafting the tight ends and the quarterbacks. They're at least on the field.
Mo Alley Cox is right there for you, waiting to hold you tight. And no, I like Isaiah Pacheco. I don't like his current ADP. That's insane. Yeah. But I also think he's a totally different prospect, obviously, than Darwin Thompson too.
At least Pacheco has a size. You know, like that's
Pacheco's like so hot now that even in home leagues, I'm getting reports back that like he goes in the 13th, 14th round, which of home leagues that's pretty insane because usually someone like him goes overlooked. Someone in home leagues is going to draft like Isaiah Likely as a tight end one.
Yes.
All right. Don't we feel like Likely and Dobbs are the two guys do it? Like, yeah, they're nice highlights, glowing reports out of camp, but come on, where's the volume coming from for either guy? The Packers have been resting Watkins, Cobb, and Lazard. Like Dobbs could be there 4 or 5 all season.
Yeah.
I still like Dobbs because I don't know if they have competition really for him, but likely he is the 3rd receiving option in Baltimore. And then people say that as the argument.
Maybe.
And I just say, yeah, like what are you going to get at a 3rd option in Baltimore? Nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
He's insurance.
He's fun as hell.
If he would be the cover boy if Mark Andrews suffers an injury.
Oh,
but like that's so I think in basketball like round 18 now, I think if you want a galaxy brain, it sure. But yeah, but beyond that, it's just where
was like Goddard going as a rookie? Is there a difference really between Likely and like Trey McBride? I know McBride's kind of been hurt, but
I don't know where Goddard was going.
I do wonder if Max Williams would like push McBride too. I don't know.
But yeah, Likely as fun as he is, I don't give him any consideration. Well, tight end premium or in the last round here. If I'm drafting Jonnu Smith in the last round, then why the hell am I not drafting Isaiah Likely? That's the argument I keep making.
That is a fair argument.
Tight end premium changes everything. I don't love it. Makes me reconsider a lot of things. Not a big fan. Also, 3rd round reversal. I like the idea of it, and then I'm actually going to draft with it. I'm like, what is this communist bullshit we're doing here?
Forget about it until then.
This Alex Pierce stuff's kind of interesting to me. He hasn't done anything crazy, but to me, man, like we're talking about, I think a 2 wide receiver set starter soon, downfield threat, 2nd round. I don't know, man. I'm pretty interested in Alex Pierce.
Some might say better in best ball. Happy to add him and discount Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson to the squad.
Do you think he overthrows Paris Campbell in 2 wide sets?
Sooner rather than later.
He seems like the natural 2 wide receiver set guy, even if a lot of them are wind sprints,
Yeah, he was a boundary player. Only 5 of 30 career games went over 100 yards, but yeah. He's the deep point of catch threat guy.
Yeah.
They don't have that since like obviously they're trying to re-sign T.Y. Hilton. Like that's their fallback for everything. It's like, well, T.Y. Hilton, who hasn't been good in 3 years, can do that. So let's bring him back, I guess.
Oh man. I wish T.Y. could have been like an overqualified 2 throughout his career. That would have been if he could have had like more of like Emmanuel Sanders type situations for him. He was still really good regardless, but like that could have been unreal offenses if Andrew Luck really had more. They tried with like older Andre Johnson, but
all right, Daigle, we got to get a tight end here, right? Is there anybody? Man.
Hayden Hurst matches Bill Stack.
Not anymore.
God damn it. I don't even like Hayden Hurst either, but I'll still. I like Taysom Hill.
I like Evan Ingram more, but I think I think there's we might go both. Who knows?
I will say with Hayden Hurst, I mean, if you're going to lose your job twice and it's to Mark Andrews and Kyle Pitts, hey, could be worse.
I've never thought about it that way.
Same thing with Jameis.
Because I think Jared Goff makes sense in this build too, even though I do like.
Oh yeah.
But okay, Evan Ingram or Jared Goff?
Ingram. I think we need him more.
Okay, he has led all tight ends, first string tight ends in snaps this year in preseason, so that's good. He's going to be on the field.
The Lions are just everyone's favorite underdog. I almost want them to start like 0-9.
No, I bet under.
Just watched the world burn.
No.
I bet
How
under.
dare you?
Isn't this?
You guys, you're killing
Come
me.
on, isn't this the classic rah rah? Like, what's really going on here? It's still a team led by Jared Goff. Like,
let's do Goff. Do we have a Monra or something, right?
Yeah, we have Monra.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get out of the way. I think we might get Taysom. Who knows? Who knows what these guys will do?
All right, we're still hammering tight ends though. We definitely need to hammer there. We're probably good at 2 QBs, but we can always play around it.
Yep.
Like I said, I love having Mariota or Ritter, but that's most of the time because I have Kyler Murray, so I think it makes sense. Ritter's going to play, Hayden. I'm going to yell it every single stream. Ritter's going to play this year.
Okay.
Dude, the Falcons are going to be 0-11. They're going to have no choice but to play him.
Mariota, man, he looks good too, though. You can't deny it. You can't deny it.
Neither look good. That's the argument.
No. All I'm saying is it's hard to find rushing quarterbacks in round 18 anymore, and we have it, and they got to throw the ball to Drake London, Kyle Pitts. It's fun.
It's insane.
It would be great if it was Mariota through 6 weeks, then he gets benched, and then Ritter like misses week 17, and then Mariota's the guy you needed. So it's like the inverse of like what happens.
That'd be stupid. That'd be galaxy brain.
That would be
truly unspotted.
Oh, one player I'm looking at, Van Jefferson. He's one of those guys where he was going in the 120s, 130s, and then he's questionable for week 1. And now he goes like in the 180 range. Like we're dropping people 50 points in ADP because they might miss week 1.
Dude, the Rams are so weird every off. Like, we learned nothing about them the entire training camp every single year.
Never forget Jacob Harris last year or Tutu
he
Atwell.
He got hurt eventually.
He's a baller.
But,
He's going to be a baller.
Tutu Atwell's supposed to open in 3 wide sets. Tutu Atwell ain't doing shit for his career.
People were. I had some people because I mean Higbee was someone I think going cheap enough last year. He was like a fine late round guy, or I forget where his price. But anyway, I remember people actually coming to me with like the Jacob Harris going to take his job. Man, it's like, all right, come the hell on.
We in our Black Crown Dynasty League together, Ian. I was looking for cuts because I had to make cuts for us, and I didn't cut anyone significant. Don't worry. Otherwise, I would text you for question marks. But
you always say you would have texted me, but I don't get too many texts about this team, Daigle.
He did cut Auden Tate, sadly.
No. We didn't have Auden Tate. We'd never roster Auden Tate. But no, we have Tutu Atwell, and just because like he may open in 3 wide sets, I was like, God, I can't cut this little.
Oh, I think
shit.
It's Skoranek. When I was at training camp, it was Skoranek out there.
They were speaking high about Tutu. I don't know. I mean, none of them matter. Neither of them matter.
Second year, second round pick. It's okay. We're not.
That's like people keep trying to jam Dwayne Eskridge into someone who matters. D Eskridge, and it's like, dude, that dude was 25 and came from a small school and lost the entire year. Like he doesn't matter.
Didn't like Jeremy Fowler tweet something out? I forget it's Jeremy Fowler tweet something out about Andy Isabella having a good camp.
Yep.
I was like, okay, same player.
Like, yeah, Andy Isabella having a good camp because he's running every route because they don't want him. Like,
guys, we got the
make him a good player.
We got the official Denzel Mims trade request while we started recording.
Oh yeah, wow. We did get that too. I'm sure he has all the leverage in his corner.
I just completed the Wentz, McLaurin, Samuel stack. I don't know how much I've gotten this one. I have a ton of probably too many Wentz, McLaurin, Dotson stacks, but I'll still get Curtis out there. I think Curtis and Paris Campbell, oddly, in similar situations as former Ohio State running back converts to wide receivers, but they're both going this late. Like I do think Pierce and Dotson will be in the 2 wide receiver sets, but hey, again, round 17, as Hayden was saying earlier, it's hard to even find wide receivers at this point that are like in 3 wide receiver sets. So if it's a guy that I have reason to believe has been good at football at some point in their life and they're gonna get some snaps, why not?
Yo, Hayden, I like this team a lot.
You like Mo Alley here?
Oh, I fucking love Mo Alley. I didn't even ask you because we love Mo Alley.
I think Mo Alley he's like the dark horse for kind of that like Dawson Knoxville we were talking about because they're gonna rotate tight ends, but they really, I mean, Jack Doyle was like a big guy in that organization, and I don't know if Kylan Granson and Jelani Woods, who I don't think they're not going to get the targets.
No. Kylan Granson, 4th rounder, had 11 catches last year.
He's too small.
Whereas like Mo Alley Cox gets the Texans week 1. Like I genuinely think he can be a top 12 tight end week 1. And if so, Fab is going to be heavy on him, especially in tight end premium leagues. And then everyone always is like Christian McCaffrey over Jonathan Taylor because of like rushing regression for this Colts offense. So it's like, if that's the case and they throw more, like there's only one guy who's going to be in on the goal line. It's going to be Mo Alley Cox. They're not taking him off.
Oh yeah.
Fucking love Alley Cox. Every league.
Yeah, I've gotten a good chunk of them. All good. I've gotten a good chunk of them almost every year. Hopefully,
yeah, that's true too.
Hopefully,
there's that argument as well.
I couldn't even guess how old he is. He can be 26. He can be 30. I have no idea how old Mel.
If he was like 32, I'd be like, "Well, okay."
I truly have no idea.
I'm gonna guess 28. I'm guessing 28.
He turns 29 on
so he's 28.
September 19th. He's currently 28.
Boom.
Good call.
Makes sense.
Breakout tight end at 28. Be Robert Tonyan. Come on, baby.
I mean, why not? Drafts. Bang. Completed. Now we're cooking.
I'm so happy you guys
You're welcome.
fixed this earlier in the
You're
summer.
welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I still can't navigate it though. All right, here we go. Let me pop out the board really quick. Share, stop screen. Ian, you can review your draft for us.
Yeah, let me find it. Damn, I've done a lot of these manias. At least for me. Okay. Quarterbacks, I got Trey Lance and Carson Wentz. Feeling good. I got the Lance George Kittle stack, and I got the Wentz McLaurin Samuel heralded stack going on. Running backs, I went 2-7-7-2 build. I think this might be frowned upon in best ball circles. I think your build in the first 10, 11 rounds matters more than your overall, but regardless, Hayden gave me a nice nod of approval, so I think I'm okay. But I went Kamara, Hero, and then Tony Pollard. 11 picks past ADP, Cordero Patterson, Darrell Henderson, Kenneth Walker, Alexander Madison, and Dearness Johnson, who I heard from just a certain someone could be getting traded at some point. So we will see.
Hold on. Who was saying that?
I don't know. So wide receiver, I got Jamar Chase, Keenan Allen, Terry McLaurin, DeAndre Hopkins. Took a long gap, basically, 70 picks or so. Christian Watson, Alec Pierce, and Curtis Samuel at the end. So yeah, I'm kind of relying heavily on those top dogs, but we'll see what happens. George Kittle, Hayden Hurst at tight end. And Playboys.
Started 2 wide receivers. I would have gone Mixon, trying to set up Josh Allen onslaught with the Bengals week 17 stack if he fell here, but we instead double tapped with Devontae Adams below ADPs. That's great. Josh Allen for the dig stack, and then started with Elliott here, still hammering wide receivers, grabbing running backs that fall past ADP. Once we knew we had 7 strong receivers, that's what we did here. And then from there, you could just pick apart running backs and literally waited to the very end on tight ends, grabbing 4, because I still think that's more unique than 3. Everyone usually does 2. So those are our thoughts. And I like the team a lot, actually.
Good job by you two.
Good job by us. Also, good job by all of us, because we did it. We made it.
Woo!
The very end. We only have 2 weeks till regular season football. Literally this time, 2 weeks. The Rams will be playing the Bills in week 1.
Wow. What a game.
Until that point, Ian, where can they find you and what do you have going on?
At iHeartsPFF.com, PFF Fantasy Football Podcast. You guys know what it is. I also know I have a tendency to ramble, and Dwayne and I talk for like hours on end. So I took the time, did just, 4 basically solo podcasts are also on YouTube. I just went over the top 10 values, top 10 fades, my 10 tips to any draft, and then also my sleepers will be up tomorrow as well. So, things that, again, you guys know how it is. We talk about this every week, all year round. Like I think I have a tendency sometimes just to assume that kind of people know these things and tackling different subjects. But wanted to get that in there in case your draft is this weekend and you were close. Also, check out PFF Plus new look draft guide. Try it free for a week. Why the hell not?
Hayden, 2 weeks until we fill BBM3. What do you have going on?
Yeah, like Ian says, we get into the details of how to stack in week 17, all this stuff. And then the last 2 weeks, it's time to just really take a step back. So I did my guys, 3 players in every single round that you should draft, some stats, some film, all that fun stuff. I just posted that. People are already giving me shit for my Travis Kelce thoughts in the comments. So go leave one of those nasty messages to me. That'd be great. Daigle, do we want to make an announcement now, later, about future plans, or?
We can tell everyone right now. If you want, for those listening, there will be an official announcement on Monday, Tuesday, whenever we post our regular season content schedule. But we did add something special to the regular season content schedule that was impromptu, but both sides tend to agree that it's amazing and fun for all of us. So you be the guest.
Yeah, this every Sunday for this season, after the 4 p.m. slate ends and before Sunday Night Football, there's like a little 45-hour window. Me, Josh, and Daigle, a little mini Roto World reunion. We're recapping games, kind of like the first look, Roto World style. And we're going to do it. Everyone else has got their shows after Sunday Night Football or during Sunday Night Football. We're going to hit that window as fast as we can. A little 4-for-4 underdog kind of basically Roto World reunion here. It'll be great.
Every single week, recap show ready to go as a simulcast on both audio feeds, Underdog Podcast, the Underdog Football Show, and the Most Accurate Podcast on iTunes and Spotify, literally writing right there on both feeds for everyone. So very, very excited about that. We may even call Ian in to help out a time or two, since he has all the good shit behind the scenes at Pro Football Focus.
What is your Sunday nights looking like, Ian? There's probably out of control.
I'm just gonna pod with Dwayne after Sunday Night Football. We're gonna talk for like 2 hours, and I'm not doing a podcast on Monday. I'm gonna do waivers like early on Tuesday. So I'm because like that was always, dude. I got my Mondays down this year. I'm doing like a sheesh article. It's just gonna basically from watching the game, small notes. That'll be a helpful article to know everything that you missed on like nullified touchdowns and shit. But I'm just doing that and no podcast on Monday. So I'm gonna, up till like 3 or 4 a.m. probably on Sunday, and then chill. Work-life balance, everyone.
Until then, Daigle 10 code at 444 that I don't get shit from will get you access and 10% off to everything at 44.com, including my team previews, which are updated, but more importantly, rankings and projections for literally every scoring format. You type it in, they are projected differently according to that scoring format for you over the next 2 weekends, the most important 2 weekends in all of fantasy football. So we will all be back, hopefully together eventually, but we'll all be back at our own interfaces, of course, in 2 weeks' time. So until then, thank you to everyone for joining. We really appreciate it. And for the last time in 2022, let's jam out.